Hello everyone, my name is ClickFlow and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good one. As you can see, we're starting off here at the sugarcane farm and the farmhouse that we built in the last episode. And this thing has been working pretty well. I've just been doing a little off-camera mining and experience gathering and such. And you can see that each chest has about 45 sugarcane in each unit, so that has been working pretty good. If you can notice, the levels in the levels of experience that I had in the last episode, as you can see by the little green bar in the HUD display, levels that I had was 26. And now I am down to 21, which sadly means yes, during some off-camera mining and such, I did die, and we experienced our first death on the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it on camera, so that is that's a little sad. But I was just out swimming around here, fighting some of the drowned zombies, as you can see over there. I don't know how well you can see that. But I was fighting some of those guys, and I wasn't paying attention to my to the little bubbles in the HUD display, and I ran out of breath and I drowned. So that was kind of an oversight on my part, and so I'm a little sad about that. But I've been working to regain the levels that I have, because for this episode, I think we are going to look into getting some better tools. I am sick of using stone tools and stone pickaxe and not having any armor. I think we should get into finally using some of the diamond that I've been stockpiling to make some better tools and some better weapons and some better armor. But I don't want those tools to break very easily. I want them to last longer, and I want them to be more effective than the standard tool, which is why I've been waiting until this episode to make anything, because I think we are going to get into enchanting, a system that's been added to the game to improve the effectiveness of tools. Like you can enchant pickaxes to mine things faster and to have more durability. You can enchant swords and weapons to inflict fire damage, you know, to burn things and to inflict more damage, and such. You can enchant armor to have more protection capabilities and such like that. And so we are going to get into enchanting, but the first thing we need to start enchanting is an enchanting table. I can't make an enchanting table right now because it requires obsidian in the crafting recipe, and obsidian cannot be mined with your standard stone pickaxe or even an iron pickaxe. It does require a diamond pickaxe to mine. So I think we are going to break into our diamonds. I'm going to pull 3 out, and we are going to make our very first diamond pickaxe on the Minecraft Bedrock Thrive Guide, and that is exciting. Woohoo! I probably don't sound very exciting, huh? Oh well. Well, I'm going to head down into our mines, and I have found a few patches of lava that has been cooled by water and forms obsidian. In this game, as water touches lava sources, it will turn those lava sources into obsidian blocks, which can then be picked up by a diamond pickaxe. And for an enchanting table, we're going to need 4 blocks of obsidian. But I bet we can just stay down here for a little while and gather a little bit more obsidian while we're at it. So I'm going to reach over here. Unfortunately, it is going to be more difficult to mine obsidian underwater, and it does take a substantial amount of time to mine it in the first place. So I'm going to make my way over to this spot, so hopefully I can be standing right above the obsidian, just like that. So I don't have to worry about trying to mine it underwater. So we're going to we're going to use our new diamond pickaxe to break some of this obsidian. And as you can see, it takes a few seconds to mine. And there's our first piece of obsidian right there. Booyah! So I'm just going to get a few more pieces of obsidian and I will be back. Alright, and we're back from the mines and the sun is rising, and you can see I have a couple pieces of obsidian. I put the rest of it in here, so we have a fair bit of obsidian, not too much. But I'm also going to grab 2 diamonds, 4 obsidian, and then we're also going to need a book. So if we take some sugarcane, just like that, and I also will need 1 piece of leather. If we go to the crafting table, we can turn our sugarcane into paper, just like that. And then if we surround a piece of leather with some paper, then we can make a book. And now, if we put the obsidian like this in the book and the diamonds, we can now make an enchanting table, or an enchantment table. And that is going to be absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to place that right here. And that's what I've been saving this little nook in this little corner for us for this enchanting setup. And if you right click onto the enchantment table, you can see there is a little interface here, and there's 2 slots. So this is actually going to take 3 inputs. 2 of the inputs are right here, and the third input is that experience bar that we had talked about at the very beginning of the episode. And that's why I've been working so hard to regain all of my levels that I unfortunately lost off camera. But the first input is a tool or a piece of armor or something. You place that into this left slot, and right here you can kind of see the shape of what it's asking for. That's actually going to require a resource that we have already found called lapis lazuli. So if we throw our pickaxe in here, or whatever stone tool, or whatever tool or piece of armor we want, and then we put our lapis in here, you can see that this is the number of enchanting enchantments we can get out of it. So this left icon here is how many levels of experience it's going to consume if we select that. So this first one will only consume 1 level, the second one will consume 2 levels, and the third one will consume 3 levels. This number on the right hand side of the enchanting table is indicating the number of levels that we have to have before we can select this. So if this number were to say like 27 or something like that, and we only have 21, then we couldn't select this because it is beyond our experience, basically. And you can see when you hover your cursor over this that it will say something like efficiency ... question mark. That is kind of like a preview into what you will get when you select it. We will for sure get efficiency 1 on this trade, but there's a small chance for us to get additional enchantments on top of that. And generally, the more expensive the enchantment, the better the chance is for us to get enchantments on top of the preview enchantment that is shown in the little preview window here. Now we're not going to enchant this stone pickaxe, but as you can see, the enchantments were fairly low. They only required us to have 1 and 2 levels. and they're only giving us things like efficiency 1 or something like that, which is one of the lower tier enchantments. There is a way for us to upgrade the effectiveness of the enchantments we can receive out of the enchanting table, and that is to surround the enchanting table by bookshelves, and you can add bookshelves up to 15 bookshelves around it. And the more bookshelves you add to it, the more the better enchantments we will be able to receive out of our enchanting table. So that is the primary reason why I've been saving up all of this leather. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of it, and that's the primary reason why I built this sugarcane farm. It will be useful in other applications like trading with villagers later on and such, but at least for the early game, it's going to be extremely helpful for us to use sugarcane for making books. So I'm going to craft as many books as I can. We're going to need 45 books for what I'm thinking. So that will be plenty. And then we can just put the rest of our paper here back there. So now that we have books, we need to craft these into bookshelves. So I'm going to make a bunch of oak planks, just like that. And then if we take our books and place them like that, and then sandwich the books with oak planks or whatever planks, wooden planks you want to use, it will then create one bookshelf. And like I said, we're going to need 15 bookshelves, so that's why we need 45 books. 3 times 15 is 45. And so I'm going to make as many of those as I can. I can only make 11 right now with how much wood I have. 14. Looks like I might need to dip into my wood stash that I have just to make one more measly, oh, that's not what I want. One more measly bookshelf. Perfect, and that is all we need. So now if we surround this, I believe they can be on the corner, on the corner, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not going to put it there. It does need to be 1 block away from the enchanting table. So if you place it right here, that's not going to work, but if you place it here, that will work. So I'm going to set it up just like this. And I'm just going to fill this in with some oak planks. And you can see here there are some like symbols, like particles that come off of the bookshelf and feed into the enchanting table, and that is indicating that it is indeed improving the power of our enchanting table. So I'm going to place these around just like that. Alrighty, and that is all 15 bookshelves placed, and now we have this little nook where we can go and do all of our enchanting. And now if we look at it and we place a tool in, you can see that it is requiring us to have 30 levels for us to activate this last tier enchantment, and that is exactly what we want. 30 is the max that the enchantment table can produce. So that is indicating that we are in the right area. So we have our tool. At least I think the first thing we want to enchant is this diamond pickaxe here. We have our tool and we have our lapis lazuli. The last thing we need is, of course, enough levels for us to access that last tier enchantment. So I'm going to do a bunch of mining, and I'm going to be staying up at night trying to kill as many monsters and such as I can, trying to do anything I can to gain enough experience for us to start using this enchanting setup here. And in the future, we will be able to create farms and such that will allow us to harvest experience automatically. But at this stage in the game, I think it's best just to do the work for it and get the get the levels manually, and then we can get our first set of tools, and then we can work on some bigger and grander builds. Look at that, we have a zombie riding a zombie. Occasionally you will see these guys, these little baby zombies riding on top of another zombie. That is kind of funny. That's kind of rare, actually. Kind of a treat for us to see that. My sword just broke, so I'm gonna go make another one. Oh, and looks like he did despawn. Oh no, he's still there. And of course I fall off. Of course, staying up all night and slaying monsters is not the only way for us to gain experience. There are plenty of other ways, namely breeding and harvesting animals, and mining precious ores like coal and iron and diamond and things like that. So I am going to also spend the time during the day gathering resources down at the mines.
"75 years later."
Finally, we are back after so much grinding and running around and slaying monsters and mining up some precious metals and precious ores and things. We are at 33 levels, so this will not be enough for us to enchant a full set of diamond tools and armor, but it will at least be enough to get us started, and I can show you some of the mechanics of how the enchanting table works. So in this chest here, I have set up some of the things that we are going to start with. All of our lapis is here, as well as some books and some diamond and our diamond pickaxe. The books you can also enchant to get individual enchantments onto the book, so that you can better select what kind of enchantments you can get on your tools. So even if you have a tool that is already enchanted, even though you can't put an already enchanted tool into the enchanting table to upgrade it more, you can put an enchanted tool into another interactive block like this, and use a book to combine the enchantments. And that book, that block, I think we're going to build and also introduce is an anvil. So an anvil, of course, is going to require iron blocks. So it's going to be quite an expensive piece. We are actually going to make 3 iron blocks for this, and then we can make the anvil just like that by putting 3 iron blocks across the top and then this little iron pedestal like that, and that makes us an anvil. So it's kind of expensive, but it is definitely useful for definitely useful for enchanting and for combining enchantments to upgrade our tools even further. I'm going to put that right back there, and I love that sound. It sounds really heavy and firm. I like that. But now with these levels, I think we're going to enchant our first piece of equipment, and I think we're going to use our diamond pickaxe. I think we're going to enchant our diamond pickaxe here. And as you can see, all of these are unlocked because we have 30 levels, and this is showing us that our enchantment that we're probably going to get is Silk Touch. Now, the second slot and this third slot both have Silk Touch, and we could go for the cheaper option, but that will give us a less likely chance for us to get additional enchantments on top of it. We could get unlucky and just get Silk Touch, but I think it's worth the gamble to go for a little bit more expensive and try and get something else. So here goes nothing. And now it's enchanted, and you can see we got Silk Touch 1 and Efficiency 3. Not the best in the world, but it is pretty good. I am pretty happy with that. Efficiency is going to let us mine blocks at a faster rate, so that it doesn't take as long for the blocks to mine. Silk Touch is an enchantment which means that the block that you mine, whatever you're mining, it will drop that exact same block. So we've ran into a lot of different blocks, namely diamonds, diamond ore, redstone ore, coal ore, and things like that. That when you mine it, it just drops pure diamond or pure redstone or something. With Silk Touch, you can obtain the actual ore. Whatever block you're mining, that will drop every time. So like if we wanted to go out and break some leaves with our new Silk Touch pickaxe, we could obtain all of the leaves from that tree. Now there are better ways to get that, of course, but Silk Touch is one of my favorite enchantments, and I tend to use Silk Touch tools above other tools, and I personally like that. So before we go into to enchanting other things like books and stuff, I was able to get a little bit more diamonds, and I think we're going to go ahead and make a full set of diamond tools and diamond armor, because I am tired of not having any armor on. It's quite exposed, and I lose a lot of health really fast. So I think that's what we're going to do. So if we go to the crafting table, we can first make ourselves a diamond sword, just like that, to replace our other sword. And then we can get a diamond axe, just like that, with a couple of sticks. And then we can get a diamond shovel, just like that. Now we have all diamond tools, which we will work on enchanting. I'm probably going to do a lot of the experience gathering and enchanting off camera, because like I said, we don't have enough to enchant everything right now. But I just wanted to introduce the concept of enchanting and how useful and powerful it really can be. But we're also going to go ahead and make us some armor. So I want to make a helmet, and we can put diamonds in that U shape, 5 diamonds just like that, and get a helmet. Breastplate is definitely the most expensive piece of equipment, and it's going to be made just like that. The leggings are made kind of like the helmet, but with just 2 more down the side. And then, of course, the boots is going to be the cheapest with 4 just like that. And now we have a full piece of diamond tools and armor, and look at that. We are fully suited up in our diamond equipment. We have a diamond armor and our freshly enchanted Silk Touch diamond pickaxe. But let's go through and look at some of these other possibilities we can get out of this. So with a sword, we could possibly get Unbreaking 3, which will mean that the tool will last longer. It will have a higher durability than what the tool normally will have, which is definitely something that we want, is higher durability. So Unbreaking 3 is quite attractive, though I'm going to look for some other things. We do this axe, we're going to get Fortune 2. Personally, I think Fortune is a waste of an enchantment on tools such as axes and shovels. I personally rather would have Silk Touch on both of those. It is nice to have a Fortune pickaxe, but like I said, I tend to prefer Silk Touch. If we do these diamond boots, we can get Depth Strider 2. That will make us walk faster and swim faster in water. That's very attractive. We'll have to keep that in mind. For our leggings, we could get Blast Protection, which will shield us more towards things like explosions from creepers and such like that. Attractive, but not what I'm looking for. Again, Blast Protection. I would rather have just a normal protection because that is it just is well rounded. Aqua Affinity will allow us to mine blocks underwater at the same rate as we can mine blocks above water. So that's also very attractive. But like I said, we could put a book in here and get thorns. I don't think I want thorns on any of my gear because a lot of the times when you're trying to corral mobs, hostile mobs like monsters and things like that, you can use them for a variety of technical purposes. It makes it very difficult because when they accidentally land a hit on you, they also take damage, and that can eventually kill them, and then you lose your chance at that, and you have to start all over again. So I tend to stay away from thorns as much as I can. So we'll probably go with Unbreaking 3 on this diamond sword, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, we got really lucky with that. We got Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 3, Looting 2, Fire Aspect, and Knockback 2. That is pretty dang good. So this sword will last a lot longer because of the Unbreaking 3. Sharpness 3 will increase the amount of damage that this sword deals to everything. It doesn't matter if it's a hostile mob or if it's a passive mob or if it's another player for that matter. Of course, the highest is going to be Sharpness 5, and we can eventually work up to that. Looting is an enchantment that will increase the amount of drops that you can get from an animal or a monster when you attack it. Looting 3 is the best that we can get out of that sword, but like I said, we can upgrade that in the future. Fire Aspect will inflict fire damage. It will set whatever we hit on fire, which is good for a number of reasons. All of the monsters will of course take extra damage, but if we're attacking passive mobs such as our cows over here, if we use our new Fire Aspect sword to kill them, then it will automatically cook all of the food that they drop. So it'll be automatic food, automatically cooked food, and Knockback 2 will send monsters flying back a lot further than before. So that is pretty dang good. I'm going to keep working on getting some other enchantments out of these, like that Efficiency 4 is pretty attractive to put on our Silk Touch pickaxe and stuff. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode. I am excited to get our tools upgraded and enchanted. I hope you guys enjoyed this look into an introduction into enchanting and using the enchanting table. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it a little informative, why don't you smash that like button? And if you love the video, why don't you subscribe for more Thrive Guide? And I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye for now.